G'day, it's Michael here from Fishy McFishface, and I'm here at Manly in Sydney at Shelly Beach, which is one of the best snorkeling spots in all of Sydney. I'm going to show you a full tour of this area. I've been here once before, so I don't know all the spots, but I know a pretty good amount. I'll show you the types of fish you can see, the wildlife, and yeah, I'll go all the way down to the end of the cabbage, I think it's Cabbage Tree they call it, and out past the headland. And there's a spot where I like finding the Fiddler Rays, which are spectacular, sort of like a stingray shark thing. Hopefully see the Blue Groper. I saw a friendly one here last time I snorkeled here. So yeah, I'll show you all the spots, and yeah, it's one of the best spots in Sydney, so let's get in the water and check it out. Now in this dive, I got probably the best turtle footage I think I've ever got in my life. So that's towards the end of the video. There's also the best Blue Groper footage I ever got in my life. Got plenty of Fiddler Rays, lots of fish. You can see a red morwong here. Very common Sydney fish. Really interesting fish too. This is just one of my favourite dive sites in Sydney, and for good reason. There's just so much to see. So anyway, I really hope you enjoy this. I think it's going to be I hope you can get down here and snorkel here yourself. That's the idea. I'll do these videos. I want you to be able to enjoy what I enjoy in these incredible places. So here we've got some black spot goatfish and a southern Maori wrasse. There were quite a few of them here the day I snorkeled, and the other time I snorkeled here I saw plenty too. If you get the right sunlight, you get these bright blue stripes kind of coming from their eyes, and but yeah, you just got to get the right sunlight. I actually got in the water approaching sunset, so you get these beautiful, see the rays in the water. These beautiful diagonal rays through the water, but you do have a time limit because you don't want to be in there when the sun goes down. So yeah, you can go any time of day. Just I think I picked high tide for this snorkel. Generally speaking, whenever you go snorkeling, high tide's going to be the better time. But because it's an ocean-facing location, I think if the weather's really good, low tide's probably okay too. So we've got stripey here, a mado, goatfish, southern Maori wrasse, and these ones up here, eastern hula fish. They've almost got a sort of like a highlight of red and yellow in them amongst their black and white stripes, and they'll often, you'll see them in little schools or patches together, often hidden, you know, amongst seaweed or a ledge. I slowed the footage down here. One of the things I love about Sydney is not just the fish, but the seaweed. When you get in the water and experience it yourself, I think you'll agree that it's just so peaceful and just quite beautiful the way the seaweed sways, and yeah, I love it. Here's a closer shot of the southern Maori wrasse, and this is a bigger one. They do get reasonably big. But yeah, unfortunately you can't see those blue rays. I'll chuck a picture up here and you'll see those bright blue. So you can see the spots on it there, but when you get the sunlight just right, you see all the little stripes near their eyes. Okay, I'm just near the start of the area. I'll spin around so you can see. I'm pretty close to the beach. All along this wall here, there's lots of rocky, seaweedy areas. They're quite sheltered. A little bit murky today, but it's still great. But yeah, lots of cool stuff. The further you head out towards, I think it's called Cabbage Tree Bay, you start to get some bigger schools of fish, and well, that's what I saw last time. So I'm going to head out that way to see what we can find, and yeah, let's just check it out. Yeah, now as I said, the visibility is going to get a lot clearer very soon, so you'll see that soon. It's already pretty good.
And here we've got a whole bunch of eastern pomfret, I believe they are, a little tiny fish with the yellow fins and sort of a diamond shape. You'll get very big schools of them in Sydney. And make sure you stick around to the end of the video, because I got some of the, I showed you a little snapshot early on, but I think I got some of the best turtle footage I've ever got in my life. It was spectacular, so you'll see that later on. Here we've got what I think is a yellowtail barracuda. I see them a lot at the Gold Coast as well. They're quite a widespread species, if it is the same one, I think it is. And we've just got a slower footage here of some nice shots of another southern Maori wrasse. And you can see the stripes coming from its eyes a bit better in this shot. Still, you don't get the bright blue. I didn't quite get the angle right with the sun, but yeah, you will see that. Here we've got some yellowtail scad, especially towards winter months. These scad are just everywhere. And here we've got what is the female of the herring-kale fish. And the male is black with these bright blue stripes in its tail. I'll show you one later in the video. But yeah, the females are so camouflaged in the seaweed. They've got this blotched pattern. And here we've got more yellowtail barracuda, a red morwong, and you can see the yellowtail scad up the top there as well, as you sort of get these layers of different types of fish in the water column, which is quite fascinating. And here we've got a leather jacket. Now, if you've done snorkeling in Sydney, you'll notice that there's a lot more leather jacket species that you'll see than, say, the Gold Coast or Sunshine Coast, where I also go snorkeling. That's where I live, up in Brisbane or Queensland. I don't know what species this one is. If you know, let me know in the comments below, because I didn't get the best shot of it, but it's never seen it before.
Alright, so I'm about in line with the headland now. So you can see behind me, see the headland, but I'm still along the walkway. And it's just clearing up, the visibility's getting great. There's more schools of scad, yellowtail scad, and that means you get more of the tailor and maybe snapper. I've seen snapper chase them around here before, so yeah, I'm getting excited. It's just getting better and better. It's a really cool place to snorkel. Let's fish some more.
Now, coming up soon is the best encounter I've ever had with a blue groper in my life. I've sought them out so much when I've dove in Sydney, and they've always been elusive, and I had one that came right up to me, very curious, so that's coming soon. Here we've got a speckled butterfly fish. I see a lot of these at the Gold Coast, but you do get the tropical looking butterfly fish in Sydney sometimes. The time of year that I dove is about, I think it was May, so colder water, and you can see I had the thick wetsuit, 5mm wetsuit on. I probably didn't need that thick of a wetsuit, but I was very comfortable, so there were plenty of other people in 3mm wetsuits, but Sydney waters, as you get closer to winter and even into spring, I think a 5mm wetsuit's not such a bad idea. Now you can see I'm quite shallow here, and as long as there's not too many waves, you can see there's a little bit of surge, but you actually get a lot of the luderick fish. You can see those, they call them blackfish as well, luderick. They love those shallow areas with the rocks, and you actually get, sometimes when you go snorkeling, you think you got to go deep to see big fish, but often it's close in near the rocks where the shallow spots are, is where all the fish hang out. There's also a crimson band wrasse that's just coming in and out. I'm about to get a closer shot. It's going to come around the corner. There's the female with the white spots and the brown colour. There we go, so the female's coming towards me now. That's the female there, just below with the white spots, and the male is the crimson band wrasse male. They're both crimson band, but the male is the one which has got the red fins and the white spot and sort of that red tail. So they're spectacular fish. And like all wrasse species, well, I think all wrasse species, they're a bit strange. The females, they're sort of in a big group, and there's one male per group of females, or maybe a few males per massive group of females. And when the male dies, or one of the females actually turns into a male. So very different to human biology. We don't work like that. But yeah, I think God made some very different designs in creation. Here we've got another leather jacket. And these are the eastern hula fish that I mentioned before. And yeah, they come in these just little patches of them where you might get 50 or 100. And I just love the red and yellow colours there. And you'll see fish here, that's a senator wrasse in the distance. I didn't get the best footage of them today, but this is what I was so excited about. I've never gotten this close to a blue groper before. They've always been like 10 meters away from me and shy. And wait till you see what this one does.
Whew. The blue groper's found me. This is awesome. There's the sort of you come to Sydney to dive, the blue groper is the thing you want to see. I'm going to keep trying to film it. Hopefully it's curious and interested in me. I can get lots of film.
So this blue groper was so curious. And not just this one, but I think I saw another one later on today. I'm pretty sure it wasn't the same one. It was just the biggest privilege. I was so happy. That's actually a snapper, that one there. I've seen them at this place before, and beautiful blue, spots on them and that pinky colour. I've seen them chasing the yellowtail scab as bait fish. And here is that blue groper. And he seems quite content with me filming so close. And what was amazing is that it just kept coming back. And it was incredible. So you can see I'm about to spot it. Gone down to have a look at I think it's an old wife fish just around the corner. And we've got a few, looks like a Sydney cardinal fish, some stripies, maybe some bullseyes under there. So not bullseye, I think it's ruffy fish. I'll put the name on the screen. I got better footage of them later on. There it is. I think it's through the kelp there. Is the blue groper. Now blue groper are a type of wrasse as well. They don't look like it, but same deal. There's a whole bunch of females, and there'll be one big male, blue one, for all the green females around, and when it dies, one of the females turns blue, becomes a male. Look how close it let me get to it, and it even went about its own behaviour, which is that means that a creature's just quite happy with you around when it goes about its own behaviour, generally speaking. And that's the sort of thing you hope for when you're filming creatures underwater, that they just ignore you and go about their own business. But I think this one was actually quite curious. He almost spit sand on me. Now I'm pretty sure at Shelly Beach and at particular locations, some of the blue gropers are particularly curious and friendly because I think people actually feed them, which is, I'm not really sure what to think about it. I don't like to feed fish in the wild, or any creatures really, because it encourages a dependent behaviour on people feeding them. So I have seen some people will actually find a sea urchin, get their dive knife out, cut it up, and so you can see that it's probably looking at me going, where's my food? But so some people do that. There's the female blue wrasse just there. You can see it's actually green, or it's sort of a greeny browny colour. Yeah, I think it's best to not worry about chumming up sea urchins for them. It's best just to enjoy them, and if they're curious, that's great. If not, that's all right too. So I'll tell you a story in Sydney. Another one of my favourite snorkel spots is Oak Park down near Cronulla. And there was a blue groper that the scuba divers who dive there regularly knew for like, I think it was like 20 years or, well, I can't remember exactly how long, but it was a very long time. And it was the same local blue groper. I'll continue soon.
What an absolute privilege. I've seen plenty of blue gropers before, but they've always been shy and swimming away. This one's let me get so close, and there's a female one there too. Oh, this is incredible. I'm going to see if I can get a bit more footage of it.
Yes, so the blue groper at Oak Park, and they actually called it Gus, I believe. I remember hearing that whole area at Oak Park is actually a spearfishing free zone. I think it's the whole of Port Hacking. And a spearfisherman actually took Gus. And there's pictures of the spearfisherman with the big blue groper, and just wasn't a very nice person really to do that. And the community were outraged, and there's this fish that people almost befriended for 10 plus years. So for those, I know some people who enjoy spearfishing. I think it's a wonderful activity for people to do, but stick to the boundaries. Know which areas you can and can't shoot, because people really care about these fish and they're really special to people. So if it's in a protected zone, just find another place to spearfish, because they really are special creatures when they're in these protected zones, and a lot of people have a real connection with these fish. Here we've got a goatfish. I will put the name on the screen. The species has escaped me, but they can be pale, beige, or they can be a bright sort of red colour. There's quite a bit of variation within the species of what colour they can be. I guess kind of like how we have different hair colour. And it looks like a Klein's butterfish down there, butterfly fish, and a snapper in the distance. So much wildlife here, and here we go. I think this is the second blue groper. I'm pretty sure this was a different one I saw just 10-20 meters up, and you'll notice on one side when it turns around it's got some scars on its flank. And see those little scars at the back? I'm pretty sure they weren't on the one I saw before, so I think this is a second blue groper. But for those locals at Manly who dive here a lot, if you have a name for these blue groper, I'd love for you to let me know in the comments, because if you recognise it by the scars or things like that, I'm sure there is a name for it for the locals. So let us know in the comments. I'm not a local, I'm from Brisbane, so I've got family in Sydney that I visit and go snorkeling when I'm down there. So lots of eastern pomfret here, a couple of mados as well. It's just such a spectacular place to snorkel. I'd encourage you when you snorkel in places in Sydney, where you got these big sandstone boulders and all the seaweed and the sunlight trickling through. Sometimes it's just there's so many fish, it's so exciting, but just take the moment to just appreciate just the surroundings as well, the seaweed flowing, and I don't know, maybe it's a bit meditative almost, but I just find it so relaxing and refreshing, just swaying with everything. And yeah, it's a really special moment down there in the water when you got these creatures coming up to you and the seaweed's all just gently brushing past, and it's a wonderful way to relax and just take a breather from everything else going on in life.
Whew. 2 blue gropers in a day, and both very inquisitive. I have a feeling that the scuba divers or snorkelers probably cut open the urchins and feed them, because they're coming right up to me as if I've got food, which does make it cool to interact with them, but best not to, you know, feed the wildlife. Well, I've still got a bit of sunlight left. I'm actually I'll go a little bit further and then I'll try and show you a Fiddler Ray in the grassy area. It's a bit deeper. Alright.
So yeah, I find, well, I've only been here once before and it was a brilliant day as well. The further towards Cabbage Tree Bay you go, you get more schools of fish. I mean, last time there was massive school of yellowtail scad. Now here we have the herring cale. This is the male herring cale. So the female was very camouflaged with the seaweed. The male's black or grey. And look at those bright blue stripes in the tail fin. They're almost glowing. It's spectacular the way the sunlight reflects off them. So as I was saying, I find I get more schools of fish the deeper out I go and the further towards Cabbage Tree Bay, from just the Shelly Beach itself, the entrance spot. Here we've got some more leather jackets. I'm pretty sure that's 2 different species as well. I don't know my leather jacket species that well. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you know these species. I'll put it on the screen what I think they are, but I'll put a little question mark. So if you know for sure, let me know in the comments below. Here we've got what I'm pretty sure is a Sergeant Baker fish. They've got these cool little trailing fins at the top, and yeah, they're quite a quirky looking fish.
Alright, I think there's a lot more to explore, but I've only got so much sunlight. I want to show you the Fiddler Rays. So I'm going to head back towards the headland area, which is sort of inside the point break. And around there I've seen in the deeper grassy areas a Fiddler Ray. Hopefully I can show you one today before the sun goes down. Alright, and back.
Spoiler alert, I see more than one Fiddler Rays. It was pretty cool to see. I was very excited when I saw them. But more than that, you're about to see probably the best turtle footage I've ever gotten in my life. And I've filmed hours of turtles. It was really special. And I didn't expect to see a sea turtle here. I know they have been seen here, you know, before, but I kind of thought they were more of a warmer water thing. Here we've got an old wife fish. I think the Latin name I prefer, old wifers. I think it's an old fisherman's name for this fish. But Interplanetary armatus, I think is the Latin name. Yeah, they're a beautiful looking fish. You often see them sometimes by themselves, but sometimes you'll see them in like 10 or 20 underneath a ledge. Now here we've got a school of smooth flutemouth. Very strange looking fish, and I think people, when they see this and they're a beginner snorkeler, sometimes mistake them for a sea snake. You can see the way they swim, they look like a snake in the water. Yeah, very strange. Now here's those, I think they're called bullseye fish or roughies, but these particular fish school under dark areas, under the ledges. So anyway, you'll see the name I put on there. And these are some comb jellies. I actually saw many more of them, but it was actually the turtle that was eating them, so you'll see footage of that. Now here, see the little grass patch on the map. I'm approaching this grassy patch area, and have a look at what I just spotted. Sea turtle.
Unbelievable. There's a sea turtle here. Even if we don't see a Fiddler Ray, this is just as good. I didn't expect a sea turtle here.
This was special. It was so preoccupied by eating its seagrass, it let me got so close. This was really special. How cool is that? it was so comfortable around me. And if you go diving with sea turtles, I remember when I first went diving with them, you know, I was so excited to see them that I actually, when I swam towards them, I think I scared it away. When you see sea turtles and you get used to swimming with them, the trick is just to be very gentle and slow. And even when you dive, you'll notice when I dive soon, I'll actually look down. I'll look the other way. I won't sort of like track it like a hunter. I'll just sort of gently drift off to the side and then drift in towards it and almost look a little bit away from it as if I'm not all that interested. And it just makes it less intimidating when you approach it. And then you can get really close to them. And once you establish getting really close to these creatures, they'll often hang around you for 10-20 minutes. This one, eventually I was the one who had to leave. It was just so comfortable around me. So you take your time with a sea turtle, don't approach it too quickly, and yeah, just drift off to the side from it for a bit, almost ignore it a little bit. And some of these tricks will help you get really close to these creatures, and like they'll actually quite comfortably come closer to you once they're used to you. So of course, don't go out and touch them. Just a general thing, don't go touching the wildlife. Yeah, if you're patient and you're gentle and calm and you take your time, they're often quite curious and they'll come right up to you. So spectacular. See how close this is. Like, I was actually swimming away from it because I thought it was getting too close to me. I didn't want it to bump into me. So that's how comfortable this sea turtle was with me. And look at that, it's turning towards me. That was such a cool experience. You can see why. It saw what was behind me. A nice tasty comb jelly. Now the comb jellies, you don't see it well in the footage I got today, but they'll often hello. They'll often, they got these little combs or hairs on them, and the light actually, I think diffracts is the right word for it, through them, and you get these rainbow flashing colours. It's almost like a alien looking. But yeah, they're not actually true jellyfish in terms of the way they categorise them.
Are you kidding? You got the sea turtle eating in the grass, and now it's eating jellyfish right in front of me. Oh, what an experience. Alright, bit of sunlight left. I've got to find one of those Fiddler Rays. I'll show you some footage that I got last time in case I don't, but I really hope I can see one. Alright, I'm kind of near the headland here, about halfway out. Yeah, this is the spot I found one last time.
Yeah, so those comb jellies that I was talking about, you can see them on the surface. Yeah, sometimes when you get the right lighting, they sort of pulse rainbow colours. They're quite spectacular. And they don't actually, for me at least, they haven't stung. I've had them hit me in the mouth and I haven't been stung. Now these guys do have stingers, little stingeries, so you just got to be careful, but most stingrays are quite calm.
Guess what I found? There's a tiny bit of sun left. I think I found a Fiddler Ray.
So yeah, I would check, if you're looking for these Fiddler Rays, which is just such a unique creature, Shelly Beach is a great place to find them. Look for that deep, it's probably about 4 or 5 meters deep, grassy patches. And you would have seen on the map that I showed the location. And yeah, both times I've been, the time before and this time, I've seen Fiddler Rays in this spot. So this time I actually saw 4 or 5 of them. They were everywhere. So you'll see them all soon. I love those patterns on the top there. There's actually, I think, 2 different types. There's like a southern Fiddler Ray and the eastern Fiddler Ray. And the way to determine the difference is the location, but also the triangle pattern behind the eyes. The other species has a slightly different pattern. So if you look up your ID books or your or just check it on the internet. There's Fishers of Australia is a website I use a lot for identification, and just look them up and you'll see the difference.
I think it's another one. This one looks a bit old. Its patterns are kind of wearing and fading a bit, but still cool.
This is where I dove down for one of them, and then I realised there was a second one, a third one, and there were just so many, so I thought I'll capture them all in one dive. You can see the water's just starting to get a little bit dark now. There's the older one, and then oh, there's another one. Yeah, I mean, I thought it felt quite safe. There were still lots of people on the water, but general principle is that it's always safe. And with regards to sharks and things, don't be in the water after sunset. That's when the visibility is lower and you do get attacks.
Alright, got a tiny bit of sun left. I'm just going to show you the inside of these rocks now, and I think that'll do me. It's not great to be in the water after the sun goes down, even at a pretty safe spot like this. Well, 4 or 5 Fiddler Rays, a sea turtle, 2 Blue Gropers. Despite this crazy thick wetsuit being a little unpleasant, it's been a fantastic day. Alright, got one more section to show you and I'll wrap up.
So this little section in here, kind of tucked in, I leave it to last because I think the best wildlife's on the first section, the wall I showed you in the grassy area. But there's still some cool fish. It's just more of the same stuff. Yeah, you'll see where we are on the map. Bit of seaweed, bit of rocks. There was a species I didn't see before here, so I'll show you that soon. There's a southern Maori wrasse and some black spot goatfish. You can see that sunlight's really starting to fade as the sun's setting. So yeah, it was a good time to finish around here. Looks like some, I think those are mullet, hard to tell. Alright, for those who like IDing species, I've got no idea what this one is. Do you know what species this is? Let me know in the comments if you do know. I didn't get the best footage of it, but those first frames of the shot that I got, I think will give you the best shot at identifying it. Makes me wonder, that other species that was kind of long, that I didn't know either earlier in the video, I always wondered if that's the same species, but it seems to have a banding pattern that's a little different. So yeah, for those fish experts out there, very keen to hear your thoughts. I love learning about new species. And I think that was a female blue groper. Wasn't quite rich blue, but yeah, plenty of cool fish on this side as well. And crimson band wrasse, I got pretty close to this one. They're quite iconic in Sydney. I have seen them at the Gold Coast, warmer waters, but they're much more common in Sydney waters. You can see there's a little bit of surge in these rocks as well. So same principle, just don't go too shallow when there's surge. But this spot's quite sheltered. And here we've got some bait fish. I'm not quite sure what they are. Sometimes it's hard to identify when they're that small because you don't get a clean shot of them close up. But again, if people know what they are, let me know in the comments below. And just to finish it off, got a leather jacket and some whiting in the distance as well. Brim. There's the whiting, and there's also some toadfish. I think they're common toadfish. I'll put the species name on the screen. I don't know why, they're the worst fish to catch if you go fishing, but snorkeling they're kind of cool. They're easy to film, they're always pretty close by. They've got these funny looking orange eyes as well. Very interesting. And here's the massive school of these bait fish. I was almost surrounded by them, which was pretty cool. And at this point I'm just stalling. It's very shallow water and it's time to get out, but as always, at the end of a snorkel you just want to keep going. Alright, so that's Shelly Beach at Manly. The time of filming this is May, sort of early May, so I did have the 5mm wetsuit on. There's plenty of other people who are tougher than me, used to the Sydney cool water, but it wasn't actually too bad, the temperature. Yeah, it's really protected. You can actually snorkel this main little area when it's a bit of swell, but it has to come from the south or the east. You don't want any swell from the north, because then you'll probably get the swell coming in this direction. Same with the wind. Northerly winds in general are just not great on the east coast of Australia. I think it's something to do with upwelling. I chat to some coastal scientists the other day and that's what he thinks. Yeah, so it's a very protected spot. Lots of people, it feels very safe. There's always about like 10 to 50 snorkelers out here, and yeah, incredible creatures. Apparently closer to winter you can see more of the giant cuttlefish, and I'm sure you can find octopus here. I just didn't search real deep today. I was sort of already preoccupied with the Blue Gropers, which were very, very cool, and the sea turtle and the Fiddler Rays. Snapper, there's so many cool fish today, so very happy day for me for snorkeling. I hope you enjoy Shelly Beach. Let me know in the comments below if you've snorkeled here before and you've explored more. So this, I can't give you the full tour because I haven't done this too many times, but I think I've shown you the main spots. There is a submerged motorbike out there somewhere, or bike, that people like to free dive down to. So yeah, put in the comments below your favourite parts of Shelly Beach, places I might have missed, which you think are great. And yeah, like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe, and looking forward to showing you another one of the snorkeling gems on the east coast of Australia soon. Cheers, might see you in the water. Bye. G'day, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed that, make sure you like the video, subscribe, share it around. Yeah, share it to people that you think would enjoy this snorkel spot. I think it's the one of the best places in all of Sydney for snorkeling. It's spectacular. Now, what's coming up soon? I actually had all the footage ready and the video prepared for Tallebudgera Creek at the Gold Coast, but unfortunately I pressed the wrong button and deleted all my raw footage. So but that's okay. That just means I get to snorkel it again. So happy days. I should have a Tallebudgera Creek video in the next month or so. I'm planning to do a Tangalooma 2-part series because there's just so much to see on the shipwrecks. What else am I planning? Tweed River. I'm going to go down to Sydney again a little later this year and probably try and do Oak Park, maybe Bundeena. There's all sorts of really cool spots in Sydney. I want to show you other spots in the Gold Coast as well. So if you have any snorkel spots on the east coast of Australia, especially near the Brisbane city or Sydney city, because they're the places that I frequent, but I do visit other places sometimes, let me know which places you want one of these overview videos of. I like to at least go to a location a couple of times first, so I do feel like I know the place before I do a full video on it, but I can work towards that. And yeah, I'll give you the overview. I've been to so many places already that I can give you a full tour of it. So let me know in the comments where you want videos done, and yeah, I'll make them. I absolutely love doing this. So yeah, anyway, I hope to get another video out in the next month, and probably Talabudgera Creek. And yeah, I'll who knows, might even see you in the water one day. Say hello if you see me filming. You might even pop into one of the videos that I do as well. And yeah, thanks so much for all the views on the Coogin Creek video and the Gold Coast video. It's been really cool seeing all the engagement with the channel now. So yeah, really excited. So thanks for watching and supporting, and I'll yeah, looking forward to making more content. I will catch you later. See ya.